Good morning. This is Crash with Team 2 Horsemen of the Carpocalypse with a Day 1 teaser video. We are about half an hour away from the starting horn of the 2011 Babe Rally, and we are broadcasting live on Justin TV. Hopefully there will be a link for us to get this video up on our website later. Wanted to take a quick turn around the parking lot and show you some of the great cars that are going to be running in the 2011 Babe Rally. First up, we have an absolutely beautiful Buick Electra wagon being driven by the Three Amigos, a hybrid U.S.-European team that resulted when a U.S. competitor lost his American team members, but found two Europeans who wanted to run the rally as well. This is the rally organizers' smart car, which, heaven help us, they're going to be driving the entire 1,500 miles of the rally in. Good luck to Justin and Karen driving that across the country. This car, I'm afraid, is one we are not looking forward to seeing on the road. This is known as the sweeper car. The sweeper car is going to be following the rest of the teams in the rally. If they're not moving fast enough and the sweeper car catches them and takes their picture, the team loses points. So it's an interestingly decorated Capri, one that we hope we're not going to see too much of. Next up, we have a retread. This is a Mazda Miata that is running its second rally. Two More Misfits is running this car for the second time. It ran the first time in the 2008 rally. Moving on, we have Cheyenne, a Chevy truck being driven by Team Jenkum, one of our friends we made on last year's rally. It actually looks almost professionally painted. I know this Volvo is with the Babe Rally, but I don't know whose it is or what the team number is. We'll find out more. This car is being driven by the Scots team, Caledonian. These are the Scots who ran in last year's rally and for some reason were crazy enough to come back for another year. What's really remarkable about this car is, well, I'm going to have to move something so you can see it, the crest on the hood, which was actually done in a Walmart parking lot using masking tape and spray paint. Absolutely beautiful. Here we have car number 7, the Hooters car, being driven by Gary Lieb and his son and his daughter. Two things remarkable about this car, and the first is that it actually blew its head going over the Rockies and had a head replacement in Topeka, Kansas at the very last minute on the way to the starting line. The second thing remarkable about this car has nothing to do with the car, but its drivers and its team. They are raising money for Autism Speaks, a fantastic charity that raises money to assist, among other things, adult autistics. Next up, we have Team Westphalia. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, thank you. This is a VW bus, I think the only air-cooled contender on this year's rally. www.tumblr.com/abustofar for more information about this particular vehicle. Morning, Byrne. This is our own Val. You're going to be seeing lots of her, so we won't talk about her much this morning. Now we have Babe Team 35 and their Volvo. They run Volvos every year. This is another great team that is partying with a purpose and rallying for a cause. As you can see from their hood, they are raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project, an absolutely fantastic charity that helps assimilate wounded U.S. servicemen and servicewomen back into civilian life and helps them succeed despite whatever injuries they sustained in serving their country. www.babeteam35.com. If you'd like to donate, please do. It's a great organization. This car got a round of applause as it pulled into the parking lot last night. It is a Ford Fiesta, decked out as a fire engine, including a full-size light bar on top. It's being driven by a volunteer fireman. We're sort of wondering whether or not it's so top-heavy it's going to tip over on the tail of the Dragon. We're hoping not, but if it does, it's light enough we can all push it back over. Here, we have a fine European sports car decked out in the country of its origin. This is Misfit Toys Racing, and they are running their Saab this year. They are doing a complete Swedish theme. There'll be Swedish meatballs for dinner tonight, and they promised to spend as much of the rally as possible talking like the Swedish chef from The Muppet Show. Another classic contender, we have a 1973 GMC Sierra being driven by a first-time team, Shoestring Motorsports, number 73. And, well, I suspect we're going to spend a lot of time with this car because if Val crashes, we're just going to jack her up and put her on the back of the truck. She'll actually fit. This car may look very familiar. Volkswagen is back for 2011 driving the same car that they did in 2010. Now, this may seem unremarkable until you realize that they actually sold this car after the rally in 2010, but when they decided to run again in 2011, they bought it back from the person they sold it to, refurbished it yet again, and have entered it into the 2011 Babe Rally. So we're delighted to have Scott and Laura back with us. Team 36, whoop-de-doo. This is another great team that is partying for a purpose and rallying for a cause. Good morning. They are raising money for the Methodist Temple Children's Center to build a playground, I believe. And please remind me where you're from.
We're from Evansville, Indiana.
Thank you, in Evansville, Indiana. Great team. If you go to Facebook and enter Die Whoop-de-Doo or go to diewhoopdedoo.org, you can make your donation to that great cause. Moving on, we have Jeff and Nate in a Mercedes that is looking remarkably nice. When I first saw photos of this, it was in many more pieces than it is now. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
That's right.
Okay, the first of our two Canadian teams, back again, I believe, for a second year. No, sorry, first year. I'm getting my teams confused. Thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to see you. Team 43, where the hell are we? Oh boy, this Pontiac brings back memories. I've driven one like this. Going Postal is here in another Chevy pickup. It seems to be a bit of a trend this year. And then our second Canadian team, Team Wank of Canada, driving a Jetta that I genuinely have to wonder if they managed to get this for $500. I would say it's too early, it's too recent a car, except I happen to know the body styles on these didn't change that often. So, yeah, I'll come talk to you about the bill of sale in a while. No, I'm teasing, but welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. Project Mayhem has joined us in another Volvo, very popular in this year's rally. This one's a little bit different, though. This Volvo is running on waste vehicle oil exclusively, and the team has actually bolted their oil filtering rig to the back of the car. So we expect to see these guys in fast food restaurants quite a lot on the rally, begging not for their supper, but for their fuel. So good to see you guys again.
Yeah, we are running.
Hi.
They're running baby fuel.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. Over here, whoop, we have Die Whoop-de-Doo again. Team 38 Honey Wagon, not only in a themed vehicle, but in costume. I have to wonder if they're going to stay this way for the entire rally. I suspect when you get to the Mississippi heat, you're not going to, but that's okay. Absolutely wonderful Ford station wagon. Hopefully it's going to be as reliable as it is pretty. Next up, we have T-Rex, Team 53.
4 people going to get in this thing.
4 people are going to get in this thing. Boy, that's going to be kind of interesting. I hope they're small and friendly. It's a Geo Tracker that's been decked out in homage to the Jurassic Park movies. It looks great. Hopefully it's going to run great, too. At the end of the day, though, if it doesn't, we can probably throw it on the back of that Sierra flatbed we pointed to a moment ago. Lastly, last but not least, I'm so delighted to see this car here. This is the Plymouth Voyager being driven by the Dukes. As of Saturday morning, this car was sitting on the side of the road dead. However, the team rebuilt, or I should say swapped out the engine over the weekend and made a marathon drive to the starting line here in Staten Island. Got here at 6:20 this morning. I suspect we're going to have 1 driver and 2 sleepers for most of the day today, but we're so glad that they actually made it. So the General Lee. That's the lineup right now for the 2011 Babe Rally. Thanks for watching.